Welcome to the Algebra I STAAR podcast. I am Ms. Clifton, and in today's episode, we are going to see how to identify a function from a graph. Stay tuned so I can show you. Here is today's question. It says, which graph represents y as a function of x? And all of our answer choices are graphs. What do we need to know? A function is a relation where an x value is only paired with one y value. So, in the case of a graph, the way that I check for a function is using what it's called a vertical line test, meaning I'm going to move a vertical line like this one all along my graph, and I'm only allowed to touch my line once. So then since here I move along my line and I only touch every single time once my graph, this is a function. Let's see this other graph. Now here I'm going to do exactly the same with my vertical line throughout my graph, and then I'm going to find this, that my line touches this function or this line here and here. The same vertical line touches 2 points. This is why this will not be a function. So we need to remember that if I want to identify a function from a graph, we're going to use what we call a vertical line test, meaning we are going to take any vertical line, and we're going to pass it over our graph. We have to follow only one rule, and that is that every vertical line can only touch the line at one point at a time. So here we have A. As we are moving our vertical line, we notice immediately that this vertical line and many others will cross here and here. What that means is that this is not my answer. So now I'm going to go to B. I start moving my vertical line, and I notice that in this point, a vertical line like this will cross here, here, and here, which means this is not our answer neither. Now let's go to C. I start moving my vertical line, and I notice immediately this vertical line will cross here and here. So C is not my answer. At last, in D, I start moving my vertical line, and even though that is going up and down, at no time I will ever be touching more than 1 point, meaning my vertical line will never cross this line more than once at a time. That means that this is a function. D is my answer. So what did we do today? Today, we identify a function from a graph by, first, we review what is a function. Then, we check how to identify a function in a graph. Lastly, we use vertical line to check for functions. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode and learn how to identify functions in a graph. Until next time.